futuristic battlefield, the VR-052 Battler Veritec Cyclone, a sleek transformable mecha, is standing in cycle mode, ready for action. Two teams are preparing for a mission, Team Scrum and Team Kanban. Our charismatic narrator, Rick Grimes, steps into the scene, wearing a leather jacket and holding a mic headset. Alright folks, welcome to the ultimate showdown, Scrum vs Kanban, brought to you by the one and only VR-052 Battler Veritec Cyclone. Now I know what you're thinking. Rick, what's a guy like you doing in a place like this? Well, let me tell you, when I heard about this battle, I had to see it for myself. And let me tell you, it's wild. So here's the deal. We've got two teams, each with their own VR-052 Cyclone, and they're about to take on a mission to save the galaxy from rogue figure AI gangs. But here's the twist. One team is using Scrum and the other is using Kanban. Let's see how they fare. Cut to Team Scrum standing next to their VR-052 Cyclone. The Scrum Master, a no-nonsense leader, is holding a whiteboard with a sprint backlog. First up, we've got Team Scrum. These guys are all about sprints. They've got a 2-week mission plan and they're sticking to it like glue. Here's how it works. Sprint planning. They sit down, pick the top priority tasks from their product backlog, which in this case is a list of enemy targets, and commit to taking them down in the next 2 weeks. Daily stand-ups. Every morning, they huddle up for 15 minutes to discuss progress and blockers. Hey, my missile launcher jammed. No worries, we'll fix it by lunch. Sprint review. At the end of the 2 weeks, they show off their completed work to the stakeholders, aka the generals. Look, we took out 10 enemy bases. Sprint retrospective. They reflect on what went well and what didn't. Next time, let's not forget to refuel the Cyclone before the mission. But here's the catch. Once the sprint starts, they're locked in. No new targets, no distractions. It's all about focus. And if they don't finish a target, back to the product backlog it goes. Team Kanban, the Flow Masters. Cut to Team Kanban, standing next to their VR-052 Cyclone. The Agile coach is adjusting the Kanban board, which has columns like To Do, In Progress, and Done. Rick. Now let's check out Team Kanban. These folks are all about continuous flow. No sprints, no deadlines, just a smooth, steady stream of work. Here's how they roll. Work in progress, WIP. Limits. Each column on their Kanban board has a limit. For example, they can only work on 3 targets at a time. This keeps them from getting overwhelmed. Pull system. When they finish a target, they pull the next one from the product backlog. Done with base alpha? Great, let's move on to base beta. Daily stand-ups. Just like Team Scrum, they have daily check-ins. Hey, my Cyclone's stuck in armor mode. No problem, we'll fix it ASAP. Retrospectives. They also reflect on their process, but they do it continuously, not just at the end of a sprint. The beauty of Kanban? They can adapt on the fly. New target pops up? No problem, just add it to the board and keep going. The battlefield. Team Scrum and Team Kanban are both in action. Their VR-052 Cyclones transforming between cycle mode and armor mode as they take on enemy forces. Alright folks, here's where it gets interesting. Team Scrum is laser-focused on their sprint goals. They're taking out targets one by one, but they're so committed to their plan that they're ignoring new threats popping up on the radar. Meanwhile, Team Kanban is flowing like a river. They're adapting to new threats as they come, pulling targets from the backlog and finishing them off with precision. But wait, what's this? They've hit their WIP limit. They can't take on any more targets until they finish the ones they're working on. It's a battle of focus versus flexibility, folks, and it's anyone's game. The aftermath. Cut to the debriefing room. Both teams are sitting at a table, looking tired but satisfied. Rick? So, who won? Well, Team Scrum took out more targets, but they missed some critical opportunities because they were so focused on their sprint goals. Team Kanban, on the other hand, adapted to every new threat but had to slow down when they hit their WIP limits. The moral of the story? Neither approach is perfect. It's all about what works best for your team and your mission. And hey, if you want to learn more about Scrum and Kanban, I've got a cheat sheet for you. Just head over to my blog and grab your copy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a VR-52 Cyclone to test drive. See you on the battlefield. The screen fades to black with the tagline, "Choose your framework, save the galaxy." End of stream.